Skipping your home inspection or rushing through it is one of the biggest, most expensive mistakes you could make if you're buying a home. And unfortunately, I see it happen every day. So if you're under contract on a home right now or getting ready to make an offer, this applies directly to you. Because buyers who skip or rush through the home inspection process find out they miss things, and they don't find out, unfortunately, until after we've signed. And at that point, the seller owes you nothing and you're left holding the bill. I'm attorney Kishore Kapoor, a residential real estate closing attorney here in the state of Connecticut, and I share real life stories with you so that you can be prepared for the closing process so you don't make some of the mistakes my past clients have. And hopefully that means you have a smoother, stress-free transaction. Let me tell you the story of Marcus. My client Marcus found his dream home. Unfortunately, it was a competitive market, and he thought his best option was to waive his home inspection. He got a great deal on the house, though, right? It was a $300,000 house, beautiful. The only downside is he waived his home inspection. Appraisal went through smoothly. House appraised at 350, so he's getting a great deal. Home inspection, no issues. Well, there were no issues because it didn't happen. Inspection was skipped. The appraisal was done great. The mortgage got approved. Title came back clean. We closed within 30 days. Perfect. No deal. No issues. Well, about a month after we close, um, Marcus gives me a call and he says, "Hey, the air conditioning doesn't work, right? Turns on, it blows hot air." I'm like, "Well, Marcus, did you check out the home inspection?" "I didn't have one." Well, exactly. Um, Unfortunately, now Marcus was left holding the bag, a $15,000 bill to replace his heating and air conditioning, because it turned out there was issues with his heat too that he didn't realize until after he uh, hired the contractor to come out and start doing the work. Um, Now, because he had no contingency and we closed in the spring, there wasn't much we can do, right? He got stuck holding the bill because he chose to waive the home inspection. By waiving the home inspection, you're taking the house in as is condition, which means whatever condition it is you see it in is what you're getting. And if there's problems, they're yours now. This is extremely important and why a home inspection is key. Well, let me flip it over and tell you about my client Diana, who made the right decision. So Diana put an offer in the house, got accepted. She did her home inspection. Well, she got her home inspection. There were a number of issues. There was a roof that was older, an AC unit, same thing, older. There's something called knob and tube wiring. I don't know enough about electrical to tell you, but I know it's older style electrical and it is dangerous and homeowner insurance companies do not cover it. That's the extent of my knowledge. But we worked it out, right? The um, seller gave us a credit of $12,000, which is perfect. It covered all of her expenses. Um, and Diana moved forward, right? Getting $12,000 towards her closing costs, which means she didn't actually get $12,000 in cash. It just reduces the amount of money she needed to bring closing. Diana closed, fixed up her house. She was ecstatic. She didn't end up replacing the roof, but she got some credit for it. And she replaced that old knob and tube wiring so that she knows her house is safe. Insurance renewed. She was perfect. She was happy because she had listened, done what she needed to do, and moved forward. A couple of lessons here is um, never waive your home inspection unless this is your third, fourth house. Even then, I feel like it's a bad idea. Maybe if you're a contractor and you could see it, but the problem with waiving your inspection becomes if there's hidden problems and you can't see them with your eyes, you're not climbing into the roof, to the attic and looking at the roof from underneath. You're not, you know, turning on the home heat and air conditioning to figure out if it's working or not, testing all that things. That's a job for a home inspector, right? You don't know about plumbing and electrical and structural issues. That's what you hire the home inspector for. They're there to go through your house with you. And if you are buying your first or second house, this is a great opportunity to walk through with a professional that can tell you where your heating electrical switches to turn it off if there's an issue, where your uh, hot water heater is, what your hot water heater is, where your electrical power turn off to the house is, where the water turn off is. Those are two important things you should know where they are. And if you have gas, where the gas shutoff valve is. So if you're buying a new home, ask your home inspector to show you those things. They'll be happy to. Um, just remember the report is a starting point. You don't have to ask for anything, right? You can ask for everything. I don't recommend it, but you don't have to ask for anything and you don't have to ask for everything. It's kind of that end of the spectrum. Where most people fall is in the middle. They ask for a few major things that they're concerned with. And just realize you have options. You don't have to just say, "Hey, I want money off the closing," right? Diana could have said, "No, I want the roof replaced and I want the knob and tube fixed," right? That's perfectly fine. We give an option. We can say, do we want you to fix it or do we want a credit? And realize the seller has that option too. I'm not going to fix it, but I'll give you a credit of X number of dollars. Now, just realize this is not cash in hand, right? So if you're tight on cash, this doesn't work well for you. The other option we've done is we've also reduced the purchase price because we say, hey, the house isn't worth $300,000 anymore. Now it's only worth 275. So there are options. Consider that. The home inspection is a point for you to get more information at the house about the house so you're making the right decision about issues that are coming up, whether you're willing to take on that risk or not. And now the other part of this is the last and final part is some of these things affect your financing and your insurance. It's not just about repairs, right? Wiring issues affects the insurance. Electrical issues, which are also wiring issues, affect the insurance. Any leaks affects the insurance. Foundational issues could affect the insurance. The age of your roof could affect the insurance. And then if you're buying a home with an FHA mortgage, which is federally backed, they have their own set of requirements. And I will do a future video on those to explain those to you so you can be properly educated about the different FHA requirements. But also keep in mind that the FHA appraisal is going to ask for certain things. The biggest is broken windows and peeling paint, right? There's a list of them. Like I said, we'll do that in a future video. So if you're under contract right now, we're about to make an offer and you're not sure what inspection rights you have, be sure to give my office a call. We can explain that to you. We'll help you or ask your real estate agent. Both of us are in a position to explain that to you. And as always, follow us so you don't end up like one of these stories. Every week, share real life situations from my clients and real closings so you can walk into yours knowing exactly what to expect. And if you would like to learn about the 5 things that could kill your closing, be sure to watch this video here.